Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be reacting to a lot more of your requests today because we have only 1 or 2 new songs out, so that's really exciting. So a couple people have recommended JO1's Phobia Performance video, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch that. I've been really interested in JO1 and getting to know them, and so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, I already like the sound. Ooh, it started, I didn't think it was gonna start like that. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, that was cool. Ooh. Ooh. This choreography. I love the hits in the background right now. That whistle in the background. Ooh, listen to the harmony. Ooh. Okay, I understand why you guys recommended this to me. It was sick. First, it sounds so much like Gen 3 K-pop, and that was like such a great time in K-pop, okay? And also, the choreography, I think is something that really stands out from JO1 because they have such a large group and they really play with that. So I really loved how, you know, they had moments of where they were all together, one group, very, very much in sync. And then you had moments where they broke off into smaller groups. And then sometimes they had an individual and they were kind of controlling the group. And at one point they were kind of like, one group was doing thing and they threw it over to the other group and they did something else. And I just think it's really great when you have a larger group when they get to focus on smaller things. And I feel like you give individual members time to shine also with giving, you know, smaller groups time to shine. So there's a lot more that, you know, you can do with that. So I really enjoyed the choreography aspect in this particular song. The song itself, I just loved. It was so unique. Like I said, it reminded me of those Gen 3, like third gen feels. It had this whistle in the background that I remember hearing a lot during Gen 3. I really loved the hits. I mentioned them in there, but the harmonies that the JO1 members were doing were so nice. And I just loved how crisp and clear everything was from them. Just when they had moments of when, you know, one thing that we talk about in K-pop is always like being in sync, right? You want to be in sync with each other. That means that your hand, like if your hand is supposed to be like this, you know, you know, if your hand is like in a fist like this by your face, like at a certain angle, like everyone's supposed to be exactly the same, right? And they really work a lot on that. And I really loved seeing that from JO1. As you guys we've kind of talked about, they're like J-K-pop because, you know, they formed through like a Korean show, but they're doing promotions in Japan, but they do a lot of stuff in Korea too. So I really enjoyed seeing certain aspects of K-pop come out in their music and their journey, and I think that's really amazing. And I also love how you guys have told me, you know, they all came from different walks of life, you know, from some being trainees for a really long time to beginners, and that you always tell me how you enjoy seeing them grow and improve. And I definitely think in something like this, you can see how hard they are working, because if you look really at the choreography and if you listen to the vocals itself, the song is not an easy song. Sure, it has a pretty singable melody, I would say. But if you consider all of the harmonies you're adding in there, all the, you know, any of the ad-libs, plus added this really intricate dance on top of that, you know, it's not something that is, you know, easy. And so that's why I think that it's such an amazing thing that so many places are adopting, like, different parts of K-pop into their repertoire. I really enjoy that, and I really hope, I would love for it to become something that happens in the West. But if, you know, K-pop and J-pop groups and C-pop and all, you know, I know I-pop is starting to be a thing, and, you know, Thai groups are starting to do more. If they become famous worldwide, that makes me really happy, because it's, you know, sharing the wealth of knowledge of the music industry in a different way than just, you know, the Western one, which I think is great. So tell me what you guys thought. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Who's your bias in JO1, and what was your favorite part of the performance? Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.